This is the plaintiff, Llewellyn Anderson. He says he purchased an engagement ring from the defendant and the guy ripped him off big time. He was shocked when he took the ring to be appraised and the jeweler told him it was worth 6 times less than he paid for it because the diamond was a fake. You can't trust anyone these days. It's disgusting. He's suing that junky jeweler for $1,270, the amount he's owed. This is the defendant, Eric Cosa. He says the plaintiff showed him a picture of a ring he wanted to buy, and it would have cost him 10 grand. He told him the price, and the guy balked. And that's when he told the plaintiff he could get him a similar ring with a moissanite diamond, which was made by man and not earth. The plaintiff liked it, ordered it, and now he's taking him to court for what? He's accused of faking it.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff bought a diamond engagement ring and found out later, guess what? It was fake. But the defendant says the plaintiff knew the ring was made by man, not earth. It's the case of Diamond Mine Cubic Zirconia, yours.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Anderson, you are suing Crown Gold Market, represented here by Eric Cosa. Are you the owner?
Yes.
Okay. For $1,270 that you want returned to you because according to you, he sold you a fake stone under false pretenses. Tell me what happened.
I wanted an engagement ring for my child's mother. And I went to the jewelry store in my block because he had given me in the past a business.
Are you going to marry her?
I intend to.
Okay, so then you got to stop calling her your child's mother. Anyway, go ahead. For your fiance, go on.
Okay. He's in my block, so I decided, and he has given me work in the past.
What do you do?
I am a carpet, I have a carpet store in the block. So I said, I will do business with the people who gives me business, and also it's right there.
Right.
So I went to him and I spoke to him of my intention, and he tells me that he would be able to fulfill my needs.
Okay, so what were your intentions? Did you have a budget in mind and you gave him the budget?
Yes, I have a budget of $3,000.
And for that, you wanted to be able to get?
A diamond ring.
And?
Of course.
And 2 wedding bands.
And well, at the time, the wedding band was not an issue for me. I was most concerned about the...
Because you figured the engagement ring would buy you some time?
Right.
Kick that can down the road another year. Okay, so go on.
He showed me takes me to his store and he showed me some rings, and he proceeded just to tell me that, you know, diamonds are very expensive. I said, yes, I know diamonds are expensive, but I think $3,000 should be able to get me something nice. He said, you know, Monzonite is something that is good, and it's going very good, and it's
what
just
is?
Monzonite.
What's the name?
Monzonite.
Monzonite.
Yes, he said it's...
What is that, a lab-created diamond?
It's a lab-created synthetic diamond.
He said it's very good, and he tries to sell me and the diamond so much till I get a little leery about it. Because he said to me in the conversation, he said, you know, these things are so real, or close to real, that I bought one time and I was managed to pawn it for 15, 20 times the price that I paid for it.
He said that to you?
Yeah. And
he said that to you? Yes, he said that to you? And that did not raise a red flag in your head?
It probably do, and that's why I told him that I am going to have it appraised when I get it.
Okay, what did you think you were buying? A masonite or what is it? The word?
Monzonite.
Monzonite. Monzonite or a
I wanted a diamond.
An earth-created diamond?
I wanted a diamond. That's what I want.
Okay, what did you ask for and buy?
A diamond.
Okay, where is the paperwork from this transaction?
This was all I got when I gave him the money.
Wait, that's it?
That's all he
That's all you got?
Yes.
That's all you insisted on when you handed him how much money?
$1,200.
$1,200, and you did not ask for anything more than this little piece of paper that says $1,200 deposit for engagement ring.
Right. That's all he gave.
Nice going. You're a businessman?
Yes.
Okay, now it's your turn. What's going on? How is this a receipt? What did you sell the guy? Because he says you cheated him. By the way, you ended up thinking you were buying a diamond according to you,
Right.
which I'm going to hear his side now. And then you took it for an appraisal. And what did the appraiser tell you?
That it worth $350, but because of insurance purposes, he'll going to put $500 on the paper.
Why? To cheat the insurance company? Everybody's a cheat. Everybody has to be a cheat. Can't get through the day without. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay.
What happened here?
Mr. Anderson came to me in June. Exactly the same what he said. You gave me business, I want to give you business. He said, I want an engagement ring, plus I want 2 wedding bands. One wedding band he wanted with diamonds. I actually have the pictures I want to show.
Which wedding band did he want with diamonds?
Wedding band
The one he wears or the one she wears?
she wears.
Okay. And?
And the engagement ring he wanted with a big diamond.
Right.
So as soon as he told me big diamond, I said, what's your budget? He said, my budget is $3,000. I told him right away, you cannot get a big diamond for $3,000. I did bring him a diamond, real diamond, to show him. And I told him, listen, only the stone I got you is going to cost you $3,500. Are you willing to go with it? He said, no, my budget is $3,000. Before that, when he came into my office inside my store, I went online and I showed him what Monzonite is all about. Wikipedia and all the eBay, I showed him the prices, how much it sells for.
What is Monzonite all about?
Monzonite is it's a basically diamond, but it's a synthetic diamond.
It's basically the same thing, right? Yeah, basically
You could
the same
say
thing.
that it's the
one
same
is
thing, but-
created through the miracle of geological millions of years, and the other one is created by a chemist last night. It's basically the same thing. What?
Listen.
Were you aware that you were getting Monzonite?
No.
All right, and then you went out and you got it appraised,
Right.
and it was appraised at much less than what you were paying.
Right.
Okay. So I have him saying that he thought you were selling him a diamond. I have you saying that you were very clear that you were selling him a fake diamond, a lab-created synthetic diamond. So I can't call it
Monzonite.
diamond, a Monzonite.
Yeah.
Him saying diamond, you saying Monzonite. Him saying that you told him, oh, you can't tell the difference. You went into the whole discussion about Monzonite, but that he thought he was getting a diamond, even though he heard you say that you had thieved a pawn company.
I did not thieve anyone. I told
Did you
him-
ever tell him that story?
No, I did not. I told him the story that I know people that what they do, they take Monzonites, and when they take it to a pawn shop, when they look at it through it, and they just saying, well, wow, it's a diamond thing, they get 3 or 4
Oh,
times
so you
more.
were telling him it's so good you can cheat the pawn shop, not that you had cheated the pawn
I
shop.
did not tell him to cheat the pawn shop.
Okay.
I told him that
one
this
could
has-
cheat the pawn
that
shop
this
because
has-
you know people who had cheated the pawn shop. All right. So I've got him saying diamond and you saying Monzonite, and that you were very clear on Monzonite. Why don't I just look at the paperwork and see what the paperwork says?
The paperwork that I gave him,
Well, yeah, that would be the relevant one, right?
the only thing he got from me is the receipt.
That
but
says
I have
what?
I have the
Monzonite or
receipt.
diamond?
It says engagement ring, which I have
Right.
the engagement ring.
Right.
here.
Right. It says engagement ring.
Yes.
Right. You don't see a little problem with that? That it doesn't say anything? That it doesn't say the size, the color, the clarity, the weight, the kind of gold? It doesn't say anything. It just says engagement ring? Is that how you do business? Does that give you the ability to deliver something that may not be what the person had in their head? I mean, I don't understand how you do business like that. How do you just say engagement ring?
I have, Your Honor, I have 2 witnesses. If I knew that...
If you knew that you were going to be in court?
If I knew that he would be standing here and lying...
What are you
that I
talking
did not
about?
tell him
The
about
entire
Monzonite,
lawsuit, it's because he says that you're a fraud and that you cheated him. That's the whole lawsuit. When
I
you
did-
got the papers that told you were being sued, you didn't think that 2 witnesses might be a good idea?
So can you get a decent engagement ring for $3,000, a real diamond ring?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. $3,000, that's more than enough.
You can get diamonds for $3,000.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, anybody feel strongly one way or the other about this? I'm just curious. Can you get a real diamond, nice diamond ring for $3,000?
I think so. Yes, depends the size of it though.
Nobody wants to be that witch who says absolutely not, right? I can just see it in your faces going inside the courtroom.
Let me see the ring in your hand.
It's 2 rings I made him.
Is this the ring or a sample ring?
The ring.
Okay, so you end up going back there?
Once it was determined it was a fake, I gave him the ring. And then the same day I gave him the ring, I said to him, listen, as one businessman to another, I would take $1,000 from you because I know you have to go through the effort you go through to make it. And we won't have to go through
a restocking charge.
Court,
really?
right.
A restocking charge on a guy who you say defrauded you.
Well,
that's interesting.
I just want to I did not want to be here. I did not want to go to court.
And what did he say?
He said, nope, he will give me $600 back.
Did you ever offer to him to buy a diamond with the money, to put it down towards the diamond?
Of course.
Did he ever offer to you to buy a diamond with the deposit?
No.
Not with the deposit, but I owed it over.
That's it for the paperwork? Is these are diamonds?
Yes.
I couldn't tell the difference. You give me a good cubic zirconium from Nordstrom's and, I'd fall for it. If it's shiny, it's got my attention. And why is the wedding band one color and the ring another? Because
I didn't get a chance to rhodium the yellow one to make it white. I didn't get a chance to rhodium it because this whole...
Well, go rhodium it for someone else because I'm giving this man his money back. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? I've got a swearing match between two people. I've got a guy who, according to you, knew darn well what he was buying. And yet he runs out, gets it appraised, and incensed comes to you and demands his money back. That doesn't sound like a guy who knew that it was going to be a Mansonite. But more than that, let me tell you why I'm going to rule against you. I'm going to rule against you because you have the nerve to do business this way. And when you want to tell a judge, I swear, Judge, I have witnesses, didn't bring them to court. I swear, Judge, I made it very clear that I was selling them a lab-created synthetic thing, but you don't write it on the receipt. I start to not believe you, and I start to not believe how truthful a businessman you are. No, you cannot. And therefore, I rule in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the deposit plus the appraisal fee, $1,270. Take your stuff back.
Hold on, I got it.
Here comes the jeweler out on the losing end of this case. You just didn't have any good defense there.
I guess, plaintiff, he did not say the truth. I did tell him that this was a Monzonite. And
are you going to be more specific on your receipts from now on?
Of course.
Write everything out?
I'm always specific. But
really? That one wasn't.
The only thing is he's my neighbor, and I thought I'm going to do a good job for him. But
what about that relationship now between you and him?
Our relationship is going to stay okay.
Really?
We're going to keep saying hi to each other. And
okay.
It's going to be fine.
Right down this way, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so come on in here and the judge bails you out.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. What's your feeling on the outcome here?
Well, I felt that justice was served because he knows that he was giving me something that's way beyond what I had expected.
Now, this is a guy you work right next door to, right? You guys.
This guy I work for. Mm-hmm. And that's why I felt it was reasonable for me to do.
So how do you feel about your friendship?
I cannot hold an animosity. I just won't do business with him.
All right. What do you think, Harvey?
So here's my advice. When you buy something this expensive, when you get the receipt, make sure they write specifically what the specs are on the receipt, exactly what you're getting. Make them put it in writing. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.